Andrew Bogut is one of the best athletes basketball has ever produced, but also a great free-thinking Australian who has seen the entire world. He shares his thoughts on the Rogues Bogues podcast and with us every now and then here on Paul Murray Live. Great to see you, mate. Happy Easter, happy early Easter, wherever you're allowed to say that right now. But right now, cricket is looking for a brand new major sponsor because, of course, Alinta Energy, well, they jumped out early because the captain, among others, started blowing up about fossil fuels. Funny that, when wokeism replaces how you fund the team.
Yeah, it's always interesting, similar to what happened with Netball Australia a couple of months ago. But I mean, until these people that want to lecture, we've had this discussion before, want to stop flying on private jets, on chartered jets, on regular jets. I mean, they're very sport they play. They need to get on a plane. I mean, it'd be like me telling you, you shouldn't travel more than a few times a year, and I'm playing an NBA season, 41 road games, right? It's just silly. So I guess it's bit them in the butt, right?
Well, but also we saw a piece, I think it was in the Australian earlier this week, that companies, or that sporting bodies are concerned about entering into sponsorship agreements, worrying about where maybe a fraction of the team might react to it. Now, again, the reality of professional sport, if you want to be paid like it was the 1970s, then great. Don't expect multi-million-dollar TV deals or massive sponsorships. But if you want to be paid like 2023 with an expectation of more in 2025, you need a lot more than just ticket sales to get that money over the line. And organisations should be free to enter into sponsorship arrangements with whoever they want. And if they cop blowback for it, the response is, well, see you in 2 years.
Especially in Australia. Australia is such a small market when it comes to sport, and we're a heavily flooded market when it comes to sport. We have a lot of professional sporting leagues. As a minority owner in the Sydney Kings, I'm well aware of how hard it is to get that sponsorship dollar, and now you're making it even harder on yourself in a small pond. It is, it can be suicide for some sports, and cricket is obviously a top 2, top 3 sport in this country, so they'll be fine. But some of these other smaller sports, like netball, to me, was just insane what they did, and it can really hurt not only the professional levels, but I think it trickles down to grassroots and funding for other things for people that just want to enjoy it at a young age.
I've got to say, as a fan of motorsport, I love sports that are well attended and well watched, that are a little out of the sort of collective mainstream. Basketball has got a lot of love in Australia, but again, a little bit out of the mainstream. So I just wanted to say as well, congratulations to you and everyone, the organisation at the Kings, not just for the on-court performance, but the way you packed that stadium. There were plenty of times where they were winning titles and didn't have much of a stadium. Well done to you and your organisation and everyone around it, because you've shown a community something they can look forward to, that's sort of irrelevant whether it's on the front page, the back page, the lead story. So congrats to you and the team, mate.
Yeah, appreciate it. Back-to-back champions. So hopefully we can get our third, and we appreciate all of New South Wales supporting the Sydney Kings.
Well, incidentally, do you get a ring as a sort of part owner? Do they give you a ring so you can put it together with all of the basketball trophies?
I bloody hope so. Yeah, got one last season and getting one this season, so it'll go well with the Warriors ring, and now two NBL championships, which is great.
Well, lucky you got 2 hands and plenty of fingers for them. Good luck. All right, last one here. I don't know where you are on The Voice, but certainly we've already seen the first of the major football clubs like Collingwood come out and say, yes, we're pro The Voice. We know the AFL, the NRL will do it. Most clubs will be under pressure for it. What's your thoughts about the difference between supporting something and kind of telling everyone in the stadium that you're not really a modern fan unless you agree with the politics of the club?
Well, saying we are for it, have they polled every player, every physio, every doctor, every trainer, every coach on that team? I bet they haven't, and I'll bet my bottom dollar that there's people that disagree with it that are probably too scared to say so. So when teams come out and say these kind of things and support different causes, it's false, because I know for a fact there's people in that group that are too scared to go to contra. So that's just the world we're living in. A lot of these sporting organisations are begging for government money, so they need to toe the line. And we see this with numerous different things. We see it with gender identity. We see it with political stuff like the Voice. I like to keep it out of sport, but I'm a dinosaur thinking that we should keep politics out of sport, I guess.
Well, I join you in Jurassic Park. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. We'll see you again very soon, next couple of weeks. Rogues Bogues podcast is where you can get even more of the great man, Andrew Bogut.